You ready? Sorry.
Yep. I just started recording. I did the countdown.
Okay. Yeah. I realized you were like fighting when I was counting. It's like this might be bad.
It's all good. I don't have a shield, I realized. So welcome back.
So what'd you find out?
Basically, the mob system I had was very similar to this actually, but I ended up having dead zones in certain spots. So let me show you, and maybe I just need to make it like symmetrical and even. So if this was, oops, if this was all the way over, let's stop this. If I put, here, watch yourself. You're in my way. If I put like this, so it gets one higher if I do that. So I do something like this. This will push like these ones perfectly. Like if I could either have a hole here, or if I could have water coming down from this side to move everything into a central location. The problem is, maybe I just need to push it back. Once I go over here.
Why do you have it up high over here?
Well, it extends it one block further, so I put these to be centralized. That's the only reason. Do you get it? You seem confused.
I didn't say anything.
Because like if I let's see, give me you. Like if I put these, oh, that's not gonna work.
Oh, it makes it go one further. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it makes it just go one further.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, actually, this one doesn't seem to have done that though. I thought it did. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no. See, I made it go one further. Yeah. And that was just because of the way that this was sized. So, however, if over here, I know people are probably watching this going like, how do you not know how to do something like this when you did a full prank on it? But when I push this, because I want this to go straight on there, the water currents connect in a funny way.
Well, yeah, you need to make that
farther
back. It needs to also be 9 blocks or whatever this is.
So do you think if I just made this thing exactly like specced out like that, it would function okay?
Yeah. You went too far again. I mean, you didn't go far enough again.
You went too far. I mean, not far enough. I'm going to take these out. Cover this floor. Amazingly, that actually works. But then I guess the question is, it'll be... Will this be big enough? I guess if I just build it layers upon layers of the same thing, it'll work, right?
Yeah, like that there. That's perfect,
like
right?
That. And then have this be like, the center drop zone. But then... Well, I guess then the question comes, how wide can these pads be to get the most efficiency out of it? Like, where do I come in from the other side?
More than 2, honestly. Maybe 3, I guess, but I would say 2.
Because if I, like, let's see if I come in from this direction. Just block these ones off. Oops. So it'd be 9 blocks. Is this right? Or is that 2? Nope. Not even close. Not even close. So just like that. So if this was the whole thing, now how do you get another channel? Like here? How do I get this to connect in without screwing everything up?
Yeah, I think with this, you have to have the dead space.
You think there'd have to be a dead space?
Yeah. So if you put a sign,
because that would screw all
if
that
you put
up.
a sign like,
yeah, if you put a sign on the bottoms there, it would work. You would just have a dead space.
so I think they get pushed here. They eventually cram each other and push each other out.
That'd be enough, or do I have to go? Actually, if I do it like this, I probably don't even need the signs there, because it's...
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying that they don't, I think if you... Yeah, because if you just make it go one... I just wanted to perfectly, like, connect into that stream. Like, why don't you just perfectly connect? What happens if I try now that it's all open, actually? Yeah, why? Why does it do that weirdness?
Well, because basically you did a block update. Like, take the water out. All right, now watch. Never mind.
Yes? Go on. Oh, you know what? What if I...
It's that.
So you block update that. Okay, what if you... Am I really out of stone? Where'd my stone go? So... If I did that...
Yeah, I don't know what happens there.
And then fill it in after it's...
No, it still does the same thing.
Well, damn it. Okay, so I guess it'll just be a...
What I really think you should do is...
Go on.
Well, maybe not. What I was thinking, I changed my mind as I was about to say it. Well, yeah, okay, hold on. Well, no, never mind. Never mind.
Let's get the conveyors. Oh, wait. Different mod. I mean, there's probably much better ways to move things in Minecraft at this point, isn't there?
No, I think water's pretty much the way.
Oops.
Maybe pistons?
Yeah, maybe. I remember something. Was there something weird that if you put like a half slab here, the mobs would just continue going across it as if they were in the water?
Maybe. Well, here. You put a half slab there.
Oops.
Okay. Oh, no. Nope.
Nope. you just stopped there. As if you were stopped there the whole time. Well, whatever. What are you going to do? There'll be a dead zone.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be terrible. Because it looks like that's what the prank video had.
Do you have materials over here?
Like building stuff? No, I gave most of it to you. But I do have to tear down some of these walls now.
So we need to make this...
If I need a spawning platform there. I guess this just won't have water around it, but this can still be a spawning platform here. Yeah, and I guess with the way that this design is, I have to have water layers on every single layer, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. It gives me more flexibility, I guess, to make it happen. Give me some light. There we go.
So I guess you saw net neutrality got repealed.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Did you also see the fact that the FCC website for comments?
What? No. What about it?
That it was. They estimate now that over 2 million of the comments on the website were fraudulent comments because they found out that there was a bunch of dead people and real people commenting that never commented.
Sounds about right.
There's a whole website you can go look up to see if your name's on it, to see if you made any comments.
What a mess.
Yeah, it's like, and whether this was done by, you know, some organization that really wanted net neutrality repealed, or if it was done by, you know, the Republican Party not the Republican Party, excuse me, the, well, I guess it could have been them as well, but like, you know, the Raj Patel, what is his name?
The head of the FTC?
Yeah.
Something Pie. I can't remember his first name.
That guy. If it was done by him or, you know, people that he hired to do it, like, who knows? But it's just pretty messed up. I can think of no good reasons why taking away net neutrality is a good thing. Like, why? How do they think that that will be good for quote unquote freedom?
They know it's not.
But their whole argument was that it is.
Well, they have to argue that because that's so they don't look like the assholes that they are.
But they are. but they are.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing that's just so messed up. Like, and
I mean, it'll go to the courts now.
Yeah, that's why I heard there was going to be some. So, like, the New York Attorney General was like suing them over it or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't quite understand how you can do it. Like, I mean, the FCC repealed it, right? Isn't it just done?
No, it's not the first time that it's had to go to the courts. So, I guess we'll see.
It's gone to the courts for other things before?
That's my understanding, at least. I'm not certain on these things, so I don't want to talk about it and like be wrong. But it's my understanding that it's not the first time that the courts have ruled that you can't repeal it.
And I just want to know, like, with these type of items, why does the public not actually get a say? Why is this not something?
Well, these aren't even elected officials. The FCC, the members.
Yeah. So how is this not something that should be able to be voted on versus?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it seems very vote worthy to me because it does affect, you know,
everyone?
the average person.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you left it up to the average person, then
Trump would be president.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not happy about net neutrality repeal. I'm sure some people are.
I don't think so. I don't know how anyone could be. I don't know how anyone could be. Anyone that is
the Republicans obviously are.
Well, okay, so the people that are going to make a lot of money from it are happy, but I mean, I don't think anyone listening to our videos are happy. No one listening to our videos is going to be like, "Yeah, man, this is great. I want the internet to be ran exactly like my cable company is ran, where you can say, all right, you want this channel and this channel? Yeah, give me some more money."
Yeah, that's what's so fucked up about it. I'm honestly surprised that like the cable companies don't get in more trouble with that. And I do find it interesting that you know, every year there's, you know, a different company like NBC or ABC or Fox or somebody pulls out of like Dish Network or DirecTV or whatever because they can't come to an agreement for the next contract. And they're off of that network for a couple weeks while they're doing the negotiations. And the negotiations are like really fierce. I'm kind of surprised, and maybe this shows that there's potential for things not to be as bad as I thought. Like, why does DirecTV or Dish Network or whatever necessarily care that just one network dropped because they couldn't come to a good financial agreement? Do they are they really concerned that people are going to be like, well, fuck you, if I can't get what I want here, I'm going to go somewhere else and just cancel their subscription? And if maybe there's a chance that this repeal won't be as detrimental as I think it's going to be.
Well, I mean, it's not just about like fast lanes for certain websites and stuff like that. It's also things like your ISP being able to censor what you can and can't see. I mean, they could block out parts of the internet. And it's not even like you pay money to get access to it. Like
It's just they'll block it.
Yeah,
yeah. They could block anything that's like any bad press about that particular ISP could be not there. You could never know that there's really bad press about it. I'm kind of concerned in the technological day and age that we live in. Hospitals require internet connection.
Yeah.
That's how we talk
well,
to
I mean, like any kind of government
agency.
agency, oh man, they're going to be the first to get really fucked because they can just take all the money they want, right? Like hospitals, they'll charge you way more than...
Yeah, like that's the thing, aren't they? Well, hospitals aren't government agencies. Some of them are, like the VA, but like mine's a not-for-profit.
Right.
Oh shoot! I just screwed up. Oh, that one can't go there. But it's one of those things where, like, if you all of a sudden, if you start handcuffing public services like that, like a hospital, like, nope, sorry, we're gonna charge you extra money to get to your electronic health record system, but that's legal, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how immoral it is; it's legal. So why don't they just do it? They know it's money that they have to spend.
Oh yeah. No, the internet would be real fucked without. Yeah, it's gonna get real bad before it gets. I mean, yeah, it may never get better.
I did read some articles that talked about the ISPs themselves being against the net neutrality repeal, and I do have my skepticism, but if that is true, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe, you know, type of deal. Maybe there's a chance.
My chicken.
What?
I dropped my chicken down your hole.
That sounds so terrible on so many ways. You dropped your chicken down my hole. What was your chicken doing near my hole?
I was digging in the next floor. Have you realized what I've been doing?
No. I do not realize what you what?
I'm digging the next floor down.
Oh.
And I found your hole in the corner over here and accidentally dropped my chicken down it.
Oh, that's the hole that you dropped it down? Yeah, he's gone.
I got it. Well, it was all my chicken, my food. It was in my inventory. I was moving my
I thought you were like, I thought you had a pet chicken.
No. Yeah, I keep my chicken with me while I dig.
Drop my pet chicken. He's my friend.
I need to go repair my pick.
Is it your silky?
Yeah. How do we get out of here, Jeff?
So in the corner, actually I just covered it up, but it can get you out. I had just dug straight up.
Wow. Okay.
Just helping you over there. I just dug straight up and to get out because that was the only way out.
Wonder where you did that at.
There's dirt in the ceiling. I know that much. The other side. You can just dig yourself out anywhere. Oh, god damn it. Now, unfortunately, this thing is too wide, so I have to, like, shrink it back down.
Yeah. Sorry, at least you didn't build it, like, too big yet. We're going to have to go super cave-in to make that thing real efficient, too.
To make sure there's no spawns anywhere else. I'll tell you, though, when I came back in here, like, the sounds were pretty crazy. I don't know how many mobs are actually in here, but just standing on top of it, I heard this crazy zombie, skeleton, spiders. So I think it works relatively well.
Right.
So there's this. I do have to close in this layer as well. So how far along are you in Australian Survivor?
I'm glad you brought that up. I meant that guy that got voted out first is the worst Survivor player I have ever seen.
You talking about the season that I'm watching?
Yes.
Yes. So like he just He was like, I'm not gonna do anything. Screw you.
Yeah, they're like,
anybody
so you know how to
advice."
make fire? He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure do.
Yeah.
Well, nah, not gonna.
Nope.
But why? Don't feel like it. Like, what the fuck?
Do you remember there was a season? Was it the season with Russell Hentz's nephew or cousin or whoever that was? And the very first challenge, one of the team that lost, and this one guy who had nothing to do with it literally said something like, I've got a strategy that I'm going to see how it plays out. And he goes over to them, and when they're all at camp talking, he's like, guys, I'll take the blame for this one. Just vote me out. And it goes back to him saying, you know, the strategy, like, I really hope it works. So we're going to see what I can, you know, what can actually happen with this thing. And they vote him out, and you never see him again.
I don't remember this.
Ever. And you're just like, what strategy were you going for? I felt like I was watching the movie Dodgeball. You ever seen the movie Dodgeball?
Yeah.
Like, average Joe's forfeits. Well, that's an interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off for him.
There's probably a bunch that happened. They just didn't show us or something. Though.
I mean, I'm sure there would be. And I would love to go back and watch that season again just because it seemed so off the wall that maybe I just missed something, that I wasn't paying attention when something entertaining happened that I needed to know. But yeah, it was just, oh, you're gonna.
So how far into are you? I think I'm like episode 8 now.
I think I know I'm on whatever day 29 is. I just watched today.
Okay.
So
how do you feel about some of the stuff they do that they definitely never do in American Survivor?
Some of it is very interesting, and trying to think of how to say some things without giving anything away. Sometimes there's I was thinking, like, they don't tell you what they're like, there's a secret that is going to be happening this time. Everything's not going to be as it seems, or you're going to play also for like some special advantage, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until after, you know, after it's done. And I'm thinking, okay, in my mind, what they're doing on this one is they're trying not to make sure they over powerhouse like a team if they're already a powerhouse. So they're going to wait and see if the team that's been dominating is still going to win, and if they are, they're going to try to change like the you know, the extra reward to something a little less crazy that's going to just make them dominate for the, you know, the rest of the game. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. You know, you got to make it, you know, somewhat fair. But that's only from the viewer's perspective. Like, from the game player's perspective, you don't want it to be fair. If you're dominating, you want to fucking keep dominating.
Right.
And then you watch the powerhouse team win again, and then they get this insane reward that makes them 20 times more powerful, and you're like, okay, my strategy or my thought process on this was wrong. Like, it didn't matter who won, they were still getting the same thing. Like, it's, you know, because there's no way that this is the lesser of the two evils,
right?
You know, or the less powerful item. So that part I do find kind of interesting about it, where there are some really cool things that they don't do in our Survivor, but they can really lopside the game if they're done in some of the ways that I've seen them done.
I like how they do stuff like you're voting someone out, but they're not going home. They're going to the other tribe. And like, instead of it being like, all right, everyone drop your buffs, it's like, all right, we're gonna switch shit up tonight, but it's not just your average switch up. It's a
special one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. I'm still waiting for the season that has secret Redemption Island.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing if there was just a Redemption Island that nobody knew about until they got voted out, and then they were on Redemption Island, and then like right before the merge is when you all of a sudden take the survivors, all of them together somewhere, and they see that final battle for who's coming back into the game, and like nobody has any idea. So if you get voted out, you think you're actually out, and then you realize you're going to Redemption Island, and you still have a chance. Right. I think that would be cool.
I'm surprised they haven't actually done that.
Yeah, so am I. Every season I've watched for the last like 5 seasons that hasn't had a real Redemption Island, I'm always like, they're gonna be coming back. I know they're gonna sneak them back, and nobody's gonna know, and they never do.
So I've been going 9 each direction from here. So I'm assuming on each corner there'll be. Well, you're going 8 though, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Oh no, you're going 9 that way though.
Yeah, I mean it should just mimic
Okay,
this.
so
It should
9
be
this
on...
way and that way, and then 8 this way and this way. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I guess that's what it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, but
Yeah,
if you go
yeah.
9,
You could go 9 and just raise it up. It wouldn't hurt anything if you go down. The only problem is that the last pad would be not symmetrical, but I don't really care.
well, I was thinking you could have a single water channel over there.
Except for you couldn't because you'd have no way to start the
Oh, you wouldn't get spiders either, actually.
water flow.
Yeah, okay. So
How much deeper did you make it to get everything in there?
I've been doing it 3, so the Enderman can spawn too.
Okay.
Oh, no, I guess you don't want Enderman. Never mind.
Well, yeah, they probably wouldn't get killed too well in a trap, but I mean,
They would teleport to the surface the moment they hit the water.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they would. Well, because I'm trying to think we might need to make it that way because if we do another layer that needs to have a water stream next to it, you can't do that because if I built a water stream here, the channel to hold the water in would stop the mobs on this layer below from being able to get into the water stream.
Do what now?
Because so if this was my next ceiling or my next floor, my water channel would have to be running through here. Oops.
Well, no, like come down here for a second.
So, but my water would have to be in this.
So, like,
right?
Come here for a second.
Okay.
So like, here's the next floor. There's no pads yet, but like this right here was gonna be the water channel.
Oh, okay. So you were gonna start. Okay, I gotcha.
Like just basically replicate that floor up there over and over again.
Okay. So but it's not like the one I had before was a lot more compact because it didn't have separate water channels on each floor. They all fell into a similar water channel, which you can't do with this design. Well, I guess you could do it with this design. I guess all you really need, all the water only has to be at the very bottom layer, and then you could just stack the layers two away from each other with the pads.
Yeah,
and then
that's probably better.
They just fall straight down to the water channel, right?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, I guess
so
there's a
take
chance
water
that they
out.
could land on the pad, but who cares? Like, if that happens, it'd be a pretty slim chance that they would do it, I would think.
Would it? I don't actually know.
I don't know either. Do they push back? Like, if you're...
Push each other as they're falling, so they could push each other into the pads. It probably is safer to do water on every level.
Okay. We do water on every level, then. It'll just be less layers possible till we get to the bottom.
Yeah. We could build it up, too, though. Eats.
Do you think it'd look cooler built up so we'd have this big structure and people could see what it is?
I feel like it'd be really cool to go from bedrock to
ceiling.
it. Yeah.
All right. If you start going down, I'll move up. I'll try to build this layer up.
You start going down. I'll go up.
Push you out of the way. There we go.
Well, we're also out of time for today, so.
All right, guys.
Next time. Bye.
See you next time.